Right, so as you can probably tell, a bit of a different change of scenery here. I'm currently in a hotel, so not my normal setup by any means. I don't even have a light, I'm just using the window, like natural light, so if it changes throughout this video, I do apologise. I think this will only be the one video with this setup, so it'll go back to normal in the next video. We're travelling back literally tomorrow, so I think it'll go back to normal, but for now you're gonna have to put up with this. Hopefully it looks okay. But either way, let's actually get into the topic of today's video. So recently a TikToker has been posting a series of videos and has been called out for it. The user's called Elijah Wang Chen, or Life with Eli. And the series of videos that Eli has been posting recently is videos like this one saying, POV, you're a homeless college student cooking ramen for dinner. Now you might be wondering why would he possibly be called out for posting videos like that? We'll get to it, but I think first, to add some context, we should look at the type of videos that Eli's been posting.
It's 7 p.m. and this is about to be my first meal of the day. Today we're eating Indomie. Oh yeah. Back one. Off. We'll let that steam for a bit. In the meanwhile, it's crazy how good food smells whenever you haven't eaten anything.
So yeah, I mean, it seems like a harmless video, right? Judging from the caption of the video, it is someone who is homeless and is a college student and is cooking food for himself. That's the whole video. Eli's also uploaded a bunch more videos kind of showing his daily life.
Daniel! What's up, homeless brother from another mother? Wait, excuse me, could I take a cookie?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Sure, why not?
Yes. Thank you so much. I don't know, I'm kind of worried that ramen might be the only thing we'll eat today. Now my favorite part is the soup.
So yeah, kind of similar video to what we saw. He meets up with his friend, says, hello, my homeless brother from another mother. He's saying that he's worried in case the ramen's going to be the only food that he could eat that day. And then later on in this video, he shows how he can get food and then also where he's going to be sleeping.
Oh, is it that pink thing? Oh my gosh, yes! Jackpot! Holy! Oh my gosh, my heart! Woo! Cake!
Now to add some context as to where he got the food, it's from here. This is ATX Free Fridge Project. And on the website it goes on to say, Central Texas has one of the highest rates of food insecurity in the country. We work to combat that along with food waste by partnering with local residents and businesses to stock and maintain free community fridges across Austin. So yeah, as you can see, a very important and helpful project, right? I can't imagine how helpful that would be for people with food insecurity, like the description says, people who are struggling to find food or are unable to get food. Now here's the part in the series where a lot of people have a problem with it. It's the fact that Eli isn't actually homeless. When looking at the description on some of these videos, he does actually disclose that, on other ones he doesn't. For example, a video where he does disclose this is this one right here, saying ranking all the places I slept while homeless. And in the description of this video, it says, context, I experienced not having a consistent home or food for 7 days 6 months ago, but 20 years ago, Mike Jankowski went homeless for 5 months to experience life on the street and understand faith and humanity at rock bottom. For 8 years, I built houses in Mexico and saw happiness of families who lived in cardboard shacks, YouTube vlogs in bio. I was curious, so I set some rules. No sleeping in the same place twice and no using any money, just a backpack, my camera and whatever Austin provided. Currently, I'm doing great and I'm actively looking for students facing or addressing any problems that come up in my journey. So far, I've responded to every DM. The best way you can support me is to follow along and to check in with your own friends. Ask them how they're doing, ask if they've eaten. So basically, Eli's saying that he's doing this for an experiment, right? I mean, he's saying for a week, he's going to be homeless, so he's going to see what it's like to be homeless, which of course he would never actually be able to fully experience that, because as he just said right here, it's not to do with finances. So if he wanted to get somewhere to sleep or if he wanted to go and buy food, he could. And there's a few things that people have pointed out with these videos. The first one being, it's not every video where he discloses this information. For example, one of the videos we watched earlier that has about 100,000 likes, it was one of his POV vlogs, right? Daily life of a homeless college student. But even in the description of this video, he doesn't actually disclose what he is doing, right? The description just says, starting off college strong, hashtag homeless, hashtag college, hashtag broke, hashtag POV. And these are basically short clips that have been cut out of longer YouTube vlogs that he's posting. Like for example, he also posted a longer clip of how he went to the Free Fridge Project.
It says it's in the parking lot. Oh, this is not sus at all. Not sus at all. I'm confused. Holy, this just gets more and more sus. Oh, fridge, where are you? Shoot, it might be that pink thing. Oh my gosh, I think this is it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes, jackpot. Holy. I'm gonna get this. Garnished with Cheetos. Beans. See, this is the stories you tell your kids.
So yeah, now with the added context of the fact that Eli isn't actually homeless and can afford to eat. He says finances aren't a problem. The fact that he goes his free fridge and takes food out of it, and you actually see like what he made later on, this was something that a lot of people had a problem with. Now, one person in particular who has called out Eli recently is a user called Etchasketch or Ed. He's got over 600,000 followers on TikTok, and recently he has uploaded a couple of videos giving his thoughts on this situation.
Videos for Elijah Wong Chen, also known as Life of Eli, also known as the person who likes to pretend to be homeless for views. And if you're not Elijah, you can do whatever you want. You have free will. So I came across your videos where you claim to be homeless, and you're even making Indomie in the bathroom of your school, University of Texas in Austin, and you even have the sappy music playing in the background.
7 p.m. and this is about to be my first meal of the day.
You even go grocery shopping at the free grocery store that the UT Austin campus supplies for their homeless college students. I mean, we're talking about POV, daily life of a homeless college student, where you're looking for free food resources, including going out into the community and finding this community fridge, which offers free food for people with food insecurities, where you literally take some of the food for yourself. Except the thing is, Elijah, you're not homeless like you claim to be in your videos, without saying anything about the fact that this is a social experiment for you, with the exception of this one video where you wrote, I wanted to experience living life without guaranteed shelter or food for 7 days, 6 months ago. And then you talk about how you built houses in Mexico and saw the happiness of people who have literally have nothing. You don't talk about how you're not actually homeless. You just write, currently, I am doing great.
Then as this video continues, Ed goes on to question the intentions behind this series.
And that's the thing, if you wanted to learn the struggles of other people, that's great. That's literally called sympathy and empathy, and that's where humanity is born, but that's not your intention, was it? Because when people call you out for emotionally manipulating people with the sad music emojis and hashtags and tell you that it comes off really privileged, you say tone-deaf things like, you're right, I wish if I did this again, I would do it for a month next time? What? In addition to when people try to call you out for literally lying about being homeless, you gaslight them by saying things like, well, 42% of University of Texas students experience food insecurity, which might be true, but then you go on to write about how you just want to share resources for people who actually need it, but that's not actually true, is it? Because your own profile on the long form app literally tells the truth about how you want to become a full-time content creator, a person who thinks that being homeless apparently is an adventure. And if this really is about sharing resources for the people that need it, then how come when people come to your comments talking about how they're also homeless because they think that you're homeless as well, there's no sharing of resources, you just literally say BS.
Now, this isn't actually where the situation ends, because we do actually get a bit of a response here. Now, the thing is, it's not a response from Eli, it's a response from Eli's friend. And he actually emailed Ed a very lengthy email giving his thoughts on Ed's video.
Look, if you're going to email me defending your friend who's pretending to be homeless for views, then I advise that at the very least, you do not base every single one of your points on a lie and a manipulation, especially to someone who's known on the internet for receipts. Now, originally I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to disclose the identity of this person, but ultimately I decided on two things. One, I don't want any hate sent their way, and two, I just wanted to remind people that lying in a digital age is crazy, especially when you're this bad at it.
Now, the video starts off with Eli's friend kind of introducing himself, giving his thoughts on Ed's video. He says, like, there is some points that he brings up that are fair, but then kind of quickly changes to, like, there is quite a lot of the points of your video that aren't fair.
And then in this paragraph, he starts off with, first, you do have a point, which kind of sounds like a, I don't mean to be offensive, followed up by a but, and then the most offensive thing you've ever heard. But in that paragraph, he agrees that Elijah pretending to be homeless without disclosing it explicitly is wrong. Followed up by that but I found that the more I watched your video, the more questionable your claims became. And in the first claim, he accuses me of trying to paint Elijah to be a criminal who has broken the law, which is patently untrue, apparently, very dramatic. By apparently equating what Elijah did to stealing, even though I did not use that word not one time intentionally, and then in fact, I never even remotely tried to imply that he was being criminal. In fact, I said multiple times in the video that what he was doing was immoral.
There's also another part in this email that says, your claim that he didn't share any food safety resources becomes contradicted just one moment later when you post a comment of a viewer thanking him for introducing him to these resources. Ed then responds by basically saying, I never showed a comment that suggests that.
And in claim 2, apparently I contradict myself by posting a comment from someone else who thanked Elijah for the resources. That's weird. I don't see a single thing in any of these screenshots that I used where anyone was thanking Elijah for sharing resources. It actually seems like the complete opposite. And in claim 3, apparently, and I quote, no matter how we did it, the series stimulated real and genuine conversations about food resources and food safety. What? So by that logic, it's okay that there's school because it creates conversation? Then apparently most damningly, there's that drama again. I actively called for Elijah to get expelled from UT Austin. I advise that you take down all of the videos and you make a public apology immediately, because as someone who's been kicked out of college before, I need you to understand that the immoral things that you have done here are grounds for getting kicked out of school. I don't know, it kind of sounds like I was trying to do him a solid and give him a warning.
And then finally, in his email from Eli's friend, he says that Ed should reach out to Eli and they should come up with some type of agreement on both ends, and Ed should take down his video.
And then he claims that apparently not having done anything bad before you do something bad means that you're not bad, which is something I will make sure to tell everyone on death row, because I'm sure they didn't know about that loophole. And then he tells me that he wants me to reach out to Elijah so I can take down my video. And the funniest thing about all of this is he's starting to become a business analyst after he just demonstrated that he goes out of his way to misconstrue and misrepresent every single data point to tell his own narrative, which I'm pretty sure that's not something that employers like. So yeah, maybe next time don't choose defending someone who's pretending to be homeless and using unhoused people's resources as the hill to die on. Okay, bye.
So yeah, that's kind of the situation up until now. We haven't actually seen a direct response from Eli. Maybe that will come, who knows? I mean, Eli's videos that he's uploaded surrounding the series have about 10 million views at this point, whereas Ed's video kind of calling it out has about 200,000 views. So maybe he won't see it as big enough of a deal to kind of address. I'm not sure. We might actually get a response, and if so, let me know if you want to see a part 2 and see what Eli has to say. But looking at the comment section on Ed's video, the vast majority of people definitely seem to be on Ed's side, and even looking at the comment section on Eli's videos, it seems to have changed a bit, right? There is a lot of comments from people who believe that Eli is homeless because they don't know the extra context of it. And now there's also starting to be a lot more comments from people saying he's pretending, basically. But with that all being said, I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on this series as a whole. Do you think that this is an okay series to do with the way that he is doing it? Do you agree with what Ed is saying? Just let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below on what we spoke about today's video, and I'm going to leave it there. Like I said earlier, apologies for the weird setup that we've got going on. Like I said, it will go back to normal in the next video. And yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.